Hi everybody, welcome to the Truly Myrtle podcast. I'm Libby, I'm from Truly Myrtle and I'm the founder of Wardrobe Toolbox, which is such a good place to come and find out how to make sweaters that actually fit you and you want to wear all the time. This is my weekly podcast and I stream out to you on Facebook and YouTube every Thursday morning, New Zealand time, 10 o'clock, the way we say it. And you can chat with me, and it's really nice to catch up with you. I'm going to put my chat on so I can see when people join. I've just been cleaning my glasses because they're so scratched. I've been telling you, I've got to get new glasses. I have got to get new glasses because they're so scratched, it's hard to see. But anyway, welcome to another podcast for this week. And I've got a couple of things to chat to you about, which I'm feeling quite excited about. I didn't put on my lipstick, and I've got this funny red colour. So I'm going to change my lipstick because I have this little Burt's Bees, which I keep by my podcast thing, by my camera, because it's a really nice colour that I like wearing. And if I haven't got anything on, I put it on. It's called Fig. Burt's Bees Fig. I'm not very good with lipstick because I just eat it off. I just immediately eat it off. Hey Joanne, nice to see you. Hi Sabrina, nice to see you. People who are calling in from Facebook, drop me a little, it's me, give me a name at the end of your comment, because you could push a button. I think there's a button you can push that it recognizes your name, but if you don't fancy pushing that, and I don't blame you, then just pop your name at the end of your comment so I can see you. Hi Bernadette, how are you? And Michelle's calling in from Sydney. So I have some people from YouTube and some people from Facebook. It's really good. Anyway, how are you all? I'm just gonna have a sip of my tea. I sense the frogs are coming in my throat. I thought I would chat to you about a couple of things today. One, we've had a lot of the same question come into the Hangout, which is our Facebook group, which I'm going live into right now. You can come and join us in the Facebook Hangout. It's really fun. I think there's about 4,500 people in there now. And we talk about Truly Myrtle patterns and things knitted with Truly Myrtle yarn. And it's a really good place to ask questions if you're stuck on a pattern or if you want to join some of the fun we have over here. And right now we're doing a knit along. I wonder if I can show you. For that jumper there, which is the recent one I put out, it was a Wardrobe Toolbox pattern and it went out this time last year, early February I think. And then we've just released it to everybody else. So we're doing a knit along for Maeve. Right now, so come and join us. In fact, I think it could be a knit along for anything in DK, but Morgana, if she's there, she might remind me what we decided in the end, because it's just slipped my mind. But if you want to join us, it's really fun in the Hangout. So I've seen quite a lot of questions in there that are sort of the same. Well, at least I've seen a couple of questions that are sort of the same, and then I've also seen some that have come through the email. So if you have questions about patterns, Truly Myrtle patterns, you can send those to hello@trulymyrtle.com and we'll do our best to help you. But the first port of call, the best place to go first, because it's like a 24/7 service, is the Hangout. Because with all of those people, you will find someone who has knitted the thing you're knitting before and they will be able to help you. And people in there, the knitters in our Hangout are the friendliest, the most generous and the most supportive knitters in the entire world. I think that's just how we roll in there. So that's a good place to ask. Oh, Angela says she's going to cast on Maeve tonight. Fantastic. Let's have a little look and see who's here. Hi, Terry. Nice to see you. Hi, Sally, calling in from the UK. Lovely to see you. Tēnā koe, Angela. Nice to see you. She's on YouTube. Hi, Fiona. Nice to see you too. Christine is calling in. Good to see you. Charmian's calling in from Perth. And hi, Jackie from Macedon. That's really nice to see you all. It's cooler by the day in Sydney, but you're expecting torrential rain for the next 4 days. My Kiwi kids have arrived for a holiday. Oh, that's so nice, Beck. It's just about school holidays here. Of course, we've had Easter, and then we're back for kind of, 10 days. I actually leave everybody in my house next Thursday. I'll see you in the morning, and then I fly off in the afternoon, going to Knit and Gather, which is the brand new yarn festival that's happening in Christchurch, and I'm teaching down there. I'm going to see quite a few of you, I know, which will be really good. I'm looking forward to it. But then I was speaking to the lovely women who were organising it the other night, Barbara and Tamsin, and the the market on Sunday is open to the public. So everybody can come into the market on Sunday. I was umming and ahhing about how much stuff I take and whether I lug down all my patterns, and I've decided I will. I'll take a bunch. I can't take heaps and heaps, just because of the weight of them. But I will take a pile of patterns, and I'll have a lot of my samples there, and you can come and try them on, and I can throw them shawls around your neck, and I can show you how you'd wear them, and I can talk to you about styles and modifications and all of those things at the market. I know that sometimes if I want to go and I don't have my things, people get a little sad because they actually want to see all the patterns and they want a chance to grab them. So I'm going to do that next, not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday in Rangiora. So if you're in the area, come along. It's such a good opportunity. I saw a layout of the space of all the traders. I am going to get there early, and I need to buy lots of yarn because that's my plan. And then I will be on my stand, ready for you to come and see me. Nice to see you, Barbara. Lovely wardrobe toolboxes. Yeah, there are lots of toolboxes in here, Barbara, as well. Hi, everyone from a cool Adelaide, says Barb. Well, the weather's a bit grey here, although I was just melting a moment ago. And I said to Mr. Myrtle, is it just me or is it actually quite hot? And he said, no, it's just you. Right, okay, so it's just me. I'm just the hot one this morning, so I've got my hot tea just to keep that vibe going. Right, so I've said we had a couple of similar questions, so that's the first thing I want to talk to you about. The second thing I want to chat to you about is a new idea I've had. I'm going to show you my progress on my latest knit, and then I'm going to show you some ideas I had about what I want to make to go with it. And you're not going to beat me to the yarn, Terry. I am going to go hard. No, you might. And I have some ideas that I want to make to go with it. I will tell you about that story when I come to it. Okay, so the first thing is, now the question we have heard a lot lately is, I don't know how to do this stitch. And they're knitting along on a pattern, on a Truly Myrtle pattern. And they're saying, how do I do a so-and-so stitch? And people are a little bit stuck. And the first thing we say is, have you checked the abbreviations page? And do you know, more often than not, pretty much all the times, they're saying, no, I haven't checked. So what the thing is about Truly Myrtle patterns is that all the abbreviations are in the pattern. So you will find them in the pattern. I thought I'd show you. This is my little printed version of my patterns these days, which I thought was nice to show you. This is what I'll be taking to Christchurch with me. It's different to it's the same pattern as you buy online if you buy a PDF, but it's just arranged a little differently. So I thought I would talk to you about that. So I have these lovely little A5 size patterns because they fit beautifully into your project bag. They just slide in really well. And they have a card cover. So I used to put them in a little plastic bag. I wanted to move away from that. But they have a little card cover, which is sort of glossy. It's a really nice little cover. And then inside is paper. And it's all stapled together in the little booklet. So the longer ones are 16 pages, my patterns, the longer patterns. This one is 12, including front to back. I do try and keep them to 16 and below. I just sometimes have a little bit of a challenge doing that, particularly where there are a lot of charts. And with Gingerbliss, I've been trying to work it so I haven't got quite so many charts, but it is going to be a challenge just to get it into a smaller document for you, so there's not so much to print, and then it doesn't cost so much to print them like this, and then I can keep the prices reasonable for you to get them. So that is the way it looks when you buy it from me as a little card. When you buy it as a PDF, it also looks like this, but there's just a couple of pages that are arranged slightly differently because of just because of how I decided to do it like that, essentially. When you buy the PDF, the paper pattern, you'll open it and the abbreviations are on the first page right here inside the cover. It just tells you a little bit about me, and then it tells you all the abbreviations. And then on the last page, we have all the notions. We have everything you need to sort of buy yarn, and the needles you'll need, and the gauge you need, and the little blurb about the pattern, and the general schematic, the diagram of the pattern. There's actually a proper schematic inside here, which tells you all the sizes for the pattern. So it's laid out slightly differently to the PDF. In the PDF, I don't have this at the back. I have it at the front, because on a card pattern, obviously it makes sense if you're picking it up, you're not going to read the whole pattern, but you're just going to flick to the back and you're going to see what you need. And a PDF pattern, that comes right at the front so that you know what you need right off the bat. But I've swapped the pages around so that that page, the abbreviations page here, goes right at the back. So if you're printing something off, go to the back and you'll find all the abbreviations you need from the pattern. So I have everything from K for knit and P for purl to PL for place, that's we place a marker, M for marker, cast on, CO, I've got decrease, increase, stitches, wrong side, right side, and then in this particular pattern I've got make one left, here I'll show you here, I've got make one left increases, purlwise, make one right purlwise. So I put them all in here so that you can find exactly what you need to do. I try and write them so that they're easy to follow, so that you can just read it and you can get a sense of what you have to do. But where I think it's a little bit more complicated and it's difficult for me to write it without writing you a novel, I will do my best to write it out. I do write it out, but then I will also direct you to a video. And so there'll be it'll be referred to in here. And so you'll be able to go to the video page because I'll give you a website to look at. But if you get the PDF and you've downloaded it, you just click it. Everything's clickable in the PDF version. And one thing I would say is if you do buy these, I sell these little hard copy patterns from my website. So you can buy these directly from me. And when you buy them from me, you also get a PDF. So you will instantly get a PDF pattern sent to you, and then this will come along in the mail afterwards. So that's just what I wanted to remind you. The people watching that, so you can tell everybody as well. If you see a question in the Hangout or someone's asking you, I don't know what that means, say to them, have you checked the abbreviations? Check the abbreviations, because it should be something in there. And if you read it and you still don't get it, then ask, because we're trying to give people fishing lines. I'm trying not to give you the fish. I'm actually trying to give you a fishing line so you can make sense of stuff yourself. I know I write things out. Someone says you're very clear and spoiled for us. I do try and make it ultra clear. I actually think my law degree has finally come to good use. I entirely credit that to having a law degree, because they taught us how to write and they taught us how to be very, very specific and pull out the pertinent information. So I might ramble when I talk, but I do get there eventually. No, I think that I totally credit it. I totally credit that to having a degree, 5 years of being trained to think and to relay information in a way that people can understand. So that's good. That's paid off, hasn't it? I haven't worked as a lawyer since I had kids, but it's paid off eventually. So that's those are the patterns, and you can buy these little booklets from me. I do wherever I go for a live show, wherever I go for a festival or something. And at the moment, I have only been going to Knit August Nights in Napier in August. I'll be there again this year. I was just talking to Marie the other day about the classes I'm going to teach this year, and I've got some fun ones coming. I'm going to teach a heap of classes, and they're going to be fun. And I'm going to knit and gather in Christchurch. So I've just been limiting my, time away from my actual work, actually, because I can't fit everything in, and the time away from my family. So those are the booklets. I will have those with me, but you can buy those as well. So that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say about the abbreviations. They're in the pattern. So this is Maeve. This is the one that we're doing the knit along for. And so I've just showed you the hardest of the abbreviations in here. Don't think there's anything else that's too hard. We do German short rows, but I also show you those, the little German short rows. And there's just some interesting increases. But other than that, it's all pretty straightforward. What have I got here? Yeah, just knit two togethers and make one lefts. And then we've got these other little make ones. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty nice little pattern to make. Anyway, so that's Maeve. So that's what I wanted to tell you first, because I keep being asked to remind you that the abbreviations are in the pattern. Hi, Sydney. Hi, Sydney. Hi, Vanda and Sydney. It's nice to see you. Sue says, I'm new to Wardrobe Toolbox, but I'm so happy to have joined and I've learned so much already. Sue, we've only just started. It's the first week. That's brilliant. Thank you for this opportunity. I took 3 days and several attempts to start Anna's dance. Oh, that's a new shawl. Where have I put it? Is it on here? I don't think I can show you. Oh, it's over there. I won't go and get it. We've got a lovely new shawl in Wardrobe Toolbox, and I'm glad everyone's fun. You know, they're going to find it fun, I think, and they're liking it. I got it, she said. I'm a beginner knitter. Oh, brilliant. Sue. So, brilliant. Keep reminding me that. Remind me that you're a beginner so that I can remember to target things for you too. Because, you know, there's a lot of people in there that have been in there 4 years. This is their 5th year. And so I juggle between making things extended for them who want to do a little bit more, the people in the middle who just like to trug along and do things like they've always done them. That's absolutely fine. And then the people who are just learning all these skills. So, so remind me of that. Thank you for thinking of recommending a video for new stitch patterns. I know it will really help me and perhaps save me some time. Yeah, and you'll find in Wardrobe Toolbox, I've actually done quite a lot of videos in there for various things that we talk about. Of course, all the lessons we do in there are videos, and so you can, check those out too. Angela, I was wondering if we're going to be able to purchase Truly Myrtle yarn from you directly, or do we have to go to Skeins now? So I sent all my yarn back to Skeins. I kept some, obviously, for myself, but I sent it all back to Skeins for the Epic sale. And from what I can gather, there's not a heck of a lot left. So at this stage, it's going to stay with Skeins because I'm not sure what they're doing with, I know the mill is for sale, Skeins is ticking along, but there's a lot of things that are busy in there right now. So I'm going to leave it with Skeins and you can buy it directly from them. To be honest, they have really good postage rates. I could never meet or beat their postage. So it's a good place to buy from. So anyway, but I don't know if there's a lot left. I think most of the DK is gone. I think there's a bit of sport, but my mum was just saying to me yesterday that she wanted some of this lovely Bliss green that I'll show you in a second. And there was only one ball left. So just check and see what's there. And then I'm going to talk to them later in the year and we'll work out what's going on in terms of, new batches and all that sort of stuff. But for now, it's at Skeins. So you can find it at skeinswithaz.com. Right. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk to you about, the second thing I wanted to talk to you about was my Gingerbliss cardigan, which is still not quite finished. I fiddled around a wee bit with it just to get the fit right. And I'm getting there now. I just am doing the front band. I'm doing the button band on one side. I've picked it up and I'm knitting along on that. I've done everything else is done. I've done my tubular bind offs. I've done which I'm actually going to might do some videos for those for you because they're slightly different now. And I've done my cuffs. Some of my tubular bind off I am not that happy with, and I'm just leaving it because I'm going to block it and I think it'll be fine when I block it. But I've definitely improved the way I do it. So I've actually done a couple of little mistakes too, where I've done my purl instead of my knit, But I'm just going to leave it and I'm going to block it, and it's just going to be one of those things. But overall, oh my gosh, it's such a lovely cardigan. I love it. And I was thinking about it yesterday. I don't know when she'll be out to you. She will come. I'm not actually going to put any massive pressure on myself for this. It will come this winter for those of us down under. But Wardrobe Toolbox is my first priority for patterns. And so I am busy back to doing some of that now too. So I'm juggling all of these things. But I was thinking about the photographs, and I was thinking about what I want to wear, and I was thinking about what I have been wearing, and my shape has changed. My size has changed, actually. My shape is kind of the same, but my size has changed. I'm a whole size bigger in my patterns now. And so I just was thinking about, okay, well, I do need a few new things. Today I'm a little bit made May, even though it's not May. I'm wearing a little top that I made from some beautiful Japanese, quite stiff cotton. I love the way it sits. I haven't ironed it though. Can you tell? Yes, you can definitely tell. I just threw it on. It's always hard to know how to get my neck right. I think I could have made the neckline this slightly lower for me because I think I have rolling forward shoulders, and so I think I could have benefited from just a slightly lower neck. But it's great. I like it. It's a little I've forgotten what the pattern is called now, but it's a really easy peasy little pattern, and I yeah, I like it. I really like this little top. It feels good. I like the texture of the fabric. It's sort of it's like it's not a seersucker, but it's definitely textured. The little crosses on it are sort of raised, and I really like that about it. I love the colour. It's a beautiful dark ink colour. And then I'm wearing it with a skirt that I made, which I made recently, which I mixed together a few too many patterns and I made a skirt which has an elastic waist. I can't really show you. It's really long. I've got a linen cotton. It's a dark navy. It's this navy. And I got it at Spotlight. It's gorgeous fabric. I absolutely love it. It's linen with a bit of cotton in it. No, actually, it's not. It's got a bit of something else in it, like tencel, I think. And I just did pockets. I did little cutaway pockets on the side, and then I did quite a wide waistband and then soft elastic at the back. Oh my word, it's so comfortable. So comfortable. I love it. So I'm wearing that today, and I just thought, you know what, I've got a bit slack about making myself feel good in my clothes, so I'm going to start, I just have to re-inject, life. Life goes like that, goes like that, goes like that. Anyway, I'm feeling quite enthusiastic about making, and now I've just got a little bit more space out here, and I'm thinking I'll bring my sewing machine out here. So I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, what do I actually want to wear it with? I don't want it to be a boring little cardie, because it's plain. It's not boring, obviously. It has the fun little edges, but it's a simple little cardie, and I didn't want to have it just everything simple. And I love wearing clothes. I was speaking to someone yesterday. Actually, I was speaking to Bonnie from Union Fibre yesterday. I was describing to her all the words I'd written down when I was thinking about what I wanted to wear. I was looking at Pinterest, and I wrote them all down. I wrote, oh, thank you. Oh, inside, thanks, Heather. It's our postie. I wrote down eclectic. I wrote down art teacher. I wrote down boho. I wrote down quirky. What else did I write down? I wrote down a bunch of words that basically said, oh, I see. You want to wear a random assortment of clothes thrown together with lots of, actually you want more bright colours, you want more colour, you want some florals, you want some interesting patterns to go together, and then you want to top it off with a really cool little knit. I see. That is what you want. It's what you've always wanted. You still want it. Which was really quite nice, actually, to realise. So I thought, what do I want to wear this with? This is not terribly eclectic, is it? Just on its own. So I wanted to mix it with some other things, and I went for a rummage in my sewing. And I've got some big set of drawers now. I used to have them when I was a little girl. It's an old Cowrie set of drawers. My dad sanded them all down for me when I was a little girl, and they had big knobs on the front. And I've commandeered them for my fabric. So I have 3 big heavy drawers full of fabric, plus some on shelves, which anyway, I'll work all that out. Plus some under my bed. And I found, well, the first thing I found was this little fabric, which I think I got at Spotlight. It's a rayon, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure I got it at Spotlight a wee while ago, and I thought it was so pretty. And I've got a pattern which is a little tank top that has a ruffle on the bottom, and so I thought that with a little tank underneath this, because I'm getting a little bit hot all the time, so I thought that, let me just put my sleeve on for you. But that with a little this underneath with a little ruffle at the bottom, kind of longish with a ruffle, would be amazing. I think that would just be so pretty. Plus I could wear it then through the cooler months if I had a little singlet underneath, and I could wear it in the summer. So that's what I was thinking for on the top. And then underneath I thought, oh, this just jumped out at me, and I thought, oh yes. And actually, Terry, I thought about you, because I thought about trousers, but I'm unsure, but I think maybe trousers in this. Now, I don't know where I got this. Oh, it's Nanny Iro. I got it online. This is Nanny Iro. It's absolutely beautiful. It is a blue, it's a linen. It's a reasonably weighty linen. And I don't know what I'll do. I'll wash it, and then I'll see how it washes up, and whether I'll do a skirt thing or whether I'll do trousers. I want trousers, so I might do trousers. And it's got silver and black in the stripes. The blue changes colour. I don't know how well you'll see that. It's absolutely lovely. And I thought that at the bottom with that over the top was pretty. I just thought that was great. And then my little cardigan over the top. I thought that would be awesome. Look, I could even wear these earrings with it, or I could get something else kind of interesting, a bit of wood or something. I've got big wood bangles or something like that. I'm definitely channeling Stacia. I definitely am. Yeah, so that's what I thought I would do. So because I have limited time, because I only have 24 hours in my day and 7 days in my week, I will get to this. I just need to figure out how. So, but that is my plan for the photo shoot, right? Hold me to that. And so in the photo shoot, I'll have some new clothes. Now, if I do trousers, because I am now a size larger, I am unsure about how I will make that work for me. So I know that I was tentatively thinking of some sort of comfy trousers, and I bought the pattern from what's she called? Flip, Meg McElwee. I've forgotten her brand name, but Meg McElwee put out some trousers recently, and I bought the pattern, and I thought, oh, those look good. Those look really good. I would love a fly, and Terry just made some that she showed us in Wardrobe Toolbox that have cuffs and a fly. I would love that. I don't know if this is heavy enough to really suit that. I don't know if it will do me. I don't think my tummy will do me any favors with this yarn and this pattern. But I'm thinking maybe something a little bit more relaxed might be nice, because I'll have that frill over the top of the waist, and so I think that will be comfortable. What buttons will I use? I don't know. So that is the next thing. What I might do is the first thing I'll do is I'll look in my button box. But we always know how that goes, because you always look in the button box and you're like, how come I don't have anything that's going to work? Hopefully I will. I actually stocked up on a lot of little buttons for fingering stuff recently. So I'll look there first, and I'll find something that works with my whole ensemble. And if not, I'll take all of this and I'll go up to, or maybe even I'll make it and then take it, and I'll lay it all out, and I'll go up to my button shop and Pukekohe, the old so-and-so, possibly the best button shop around, certainly around me, and I will decide. I don't know. I just don't know at this point what buttons I will do, but buttons I will do. So I think that, thinking like that, when I add some little interest, so I've got a bit of contrast here between plain and patterns, and then I've got contrast between my colors with the dark and the light, and I'm starting to sort of pull a whole outfit together. That is how I think, and that has just made me really excited to wear this little cardi, because I think it'll be so cute over the top of those clothes. And then it brings its own interest with the cuffs and the hem. It's just not your everyday pattern. The Tula pants from Paper Cut Pattern are relaxed. Oh, okay, the Tula pants. I love Paper Cut. I've actually got a pile of their patterns. I might have made one. I've hardly made any. Ceramic button maker Miss Muffet's Knits is coming to our market day. Is that who I bought my earrings from, Barbara? If it is, they might be brilliant. Okay, well, I'll see if I can fit it in. I'll just see. I don't know where I'll be next week in terms of knitting. So if I have room, I could bring it. But if I can't bring everything. But anyway, I could look at the buttons, couldn't I? I could just buy some buttons anyway. Yes, Terry. Bonnie is staying put, we're so happy. Yeah, me too. She's a good friend of mine. You've just had a power outage, so you switched on your cell phone. Oh my gosh. And what did we say here? Love the cuff. Yeah, Beck, I do too. Trousers. Yeah, I think trousers. I feel like it's a trousers thing with that little frilly top over the top. In the Folds. That's who did the little frilly top. It was a paper cut pattern designed by In the Folds. And I've actually joined In the Folds. I am also a member of Seam Work, which I like, but I don't really use their patterns a lot. I haven't. I'm not tempted by them in the same way as I'm tempted by some of the others. And I'm thinking maybe I'll just go for In the Folds. It's an Australian membership, sewing membership. It uses it's just, anyway, it's interesting. It's really good. And so it's quite a lot of information, which I am sort of dipping into. I don't have time to go full hog into it, but I like having it there, so I know I've got it. And the patterns are lovely, and they just did a really good coat, which I'm quite chuffed about. So love that striped linen. Your planned outfit will be gorgeous. Oh, thanks, Barbara. So that's my plans. That is my plans for that outfit. I actually made a second lot of plans too, but I'm not going to show you that yet because I was thinking that'll be for Wardrobe Toolbox. I'm having second thoughts now about the garment because I had a very specific garment in mind. I got yarn for it, and we just did a whole lesson about garment yarn and Wardrobe Toolbox and what to use. It was a longer session than I did last week on the podcast, and I got the yarn and it is absolutely glorious, but my hair's all gone funny. Just to fix my hair for you. I don't know if it's exactly what I need for the pattern I had in mind for you, so I don't know if I should change the pattern. I really had a specific style in mind for you because I wanted to teach around it. So anyway, I'll see. That might just be another one for general release. And I have a whole little outfit idea that I pulled out around that as well. And I might have to rethink. I have to do it very fast because I was supposed to be swatching and getting it underway this week. I know exactly what I want to do, but I just need to find the yarn. So anyway, that is my decision for today. Do I go with the yarn I've got and actually just make it? Will it work, or can I change it? Or do I get something new? All right, everybody, I'll leave you with that to ponder because that's what I'm pondering. I will catch you next week. I'll see you very briefly before, well, it would be the same time, but I'll see you before I fly out down to the festival in Christchurch. It's going to be so much fun. Happy knitting. Do lots of making. It was lovely to see you. Bye, everybody.